Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another Wingspan gameplay video here from the World Cup 2025. We're here in this second stage, this group stage, coming into game number 4. Bit of a rocky start with just the one win from 3 games, so yeah, need to get some wins on the board, and hopefully that is going to be the case here in this game. So we're going second in this one, so let's jump in, and yeah, obviously let our opponent pick first, and yeah, then we'll get to see what we get in our starting hand. All right, here we go. Time to look at our starting hand. All right, we got a killdeer, so that is a good start. Definitely liking that. Graceful Prinio as well. Honestly, not really a bird I would look to use too much, but maybe in a grassland situation here could be useful. And I've just seen no goal as well, so we're gonna have some extra turns to think about there. But yeah, didn't look like anything great in the tray, and no food gaining birds, no forest birds at all, so we've got to think about that. And yeah, try and get some food. And yeah, as I say, this Prinia, it's really not a great power, but that might have to be just something to get us going early on here. So see if the bonus card is going to help. Ooh, interesting choices here. I mean, Pellet Dissector feels like it could go either way. I feel like that's either a very easy one to max out, or it's almost impossible. Bird counter, maybe somewhere in the middle. I'd feel a bit better if I actually had something that did qualify for that, but if we are going grasslands, there's going to be plenty of tucking birds I'll be looking out for, so I might go with that. And yeah, see what we can do here. So should actually check as well what my opponent's gone with. Okay, 2 birds and 4 food. So yeah, problem is we have got this pink power in the tree, this cuckoo, so playing killdeer turn 1 is a little bit, yeah, you don't really want to do that when there's a pink power in the game, so I might have to find a way of getting rid of that. So I might have to pick that up myself, even though I don't really want to. But yeah, otherwise I think it's going to be killdeer doing some digging, and I'll say maybe play this Prinia, maybe see if something else can come up. Kind of wondering if maybe this Lazuli bunting is an option, but I really don't like giving away free eggs in Oceania games, so yeah, I'd like to avoid that if I can. So I think I'm probably going to go for this, and as I say, it's looking like a grasslands game. We'll see how this plays out. Hopefully, yeah, this killdeer is going to do some good work, and it's going to find us some good birds, but I'll kind of wait and see what my opponent is going to do. And I'll say maybe that common cuckoo, that might have to go. I don't think we can really leave that sitting around too long, to be honest. So yeah, got some interesting decisions on the order of these birds as well. I mean, could play the Prinia first, and then use that power to get the worm, to then play the killdeer. That has the advantage of just keeping a bit of food flexibility, keeping that seed, which may prove useful for playing more birds later on. And we're going to see plenty of cards with this killdeer, so yeah, maybe getting that down right away. Not quite so critical, so yeah, it may just depend what my opponent does, of course, but we'll see what that is. And maybe react. What is it? Okay, kelp gull. Is the bird going down? And keeping cuckoo food, so I don't think I can leave that. I don't think I can let you have that. I'm very sorry. Yeah, it's just too much of a risk, knowing that I'm going grasslands, to leave a pink pyre like that. So we're going to block that. I don't think I'm going to play that myself, but you never know. Otherwise, yeah, it probably gets discarded, I think, in this grasslands for another egg at some point. I'm hoping we can get, I don't know, like a nice bush tit or something like that we can use to turn some of the extra cards we're obviously going to be getting into points. And okay, indigo bunting's now come up now. Gotta be honest, that may have to be one that we go for, but do I want to go for it straight away? Do I want to play killdeer and pick it up? Honestly, the Sri Lanka Frogmouth is pretty good as well with some extra cards, so yeah, some interesting options. I think we got to go with this. I think we've got to go with this Prinia approach and just try and keep as much flexibility on this food as we can. So yeah, I think I'm going to get that down. And yeah, that's just going to help get some food through. Honestly, all the birds in the tray eating worms is helpful. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some more as the game plays out. So Yeah, see, this kelp goal is going to be interesting. It's a very unique power there, discarding as much food as you want and getting some more cards. So yeah, it seems like digging is happening, and yeah, we're not going to get the frog mouth. That actually could be one that my opponent wants to play. But again, if that's just going to give me options of discarding some extra cards, which I'm going to have plenty of with this Killdeer, and just getting some passive food coming through, I'm all for that. So yeah, that could be a nice one for me, and it's going straight in. So yeah, that would be a nice option to have. But what's going straight in for me is this Killdeer. So yeah, no messing about now. Get that down in this grasslands. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get some good usage out of these nice brown powers. We're going to see lots of cards. And yeah, hopefully good ones. Hopefully some big point birds later on. But, you know, still early enough in this game, we're going to want the brown powers. We're going to want the tucking birds, of course. We're going to want stuff like, as I say, bush tip. But even just tuck and draw birds would be great. Cycle through some of the stuff that we're going to draw. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some goodies as this game plays out. So see what my opponent's going to do. May well be taking food here. Indeed, is taking food, and then yeah, can always use that kelp goal to yeah recycle some of that food as well. So we're going to get this option here, which I think we have to take. I think yeah, getting as much food as we can here is going to be important. So let's lay some eggs. And I mean, the reeling is kind of interesting. I think I'm going to see what I get off the top first of all. I'll take that house finch. That's, yeah, exactly what I wanted. So thank you very much for that. Go off the top as well. Okay, Rook now. That is also very interesting. I think I'm going to, yeah, definitely go with these two. This could definitely be a good way of, yeah, tucking extra cards and then getting more points for them through this Killdeer. So in that case, do I skip this Prinia so I can just force this house finch and get it in? I think I don't, because I'm not going to be able to use it anyway if I'm going to want to keep this Rook. So let's actually keep on going. And yeah, taking this food, which is going to be useful for just getting these birds out. Okay, you're taking food again, it looks like. So yeah, we're not going to be able to use the frogmouth power this time. I definitely want to be keeping both of these birds. But this could be good. I think Rook has a lot of potential. I have not really had a good situation to use it in before. This may be exactly the time that yeah, it's going to come in clutch for me here. So time to lay some eggs. And okay, yeah, I think we keep this like this. I mean, probably going to skip the Prinia because I will want to get the house finch down, and I'm going to need an egg in order to do that. Okay, jungle fowl. Probably not the game for you, but at least my opponent's not getting that. And yeah, we're going to skip this. So, as I say, I think forcing this house finch down is going to be important. Get that in the game nice and quickly in this grasslands. Obviously, the bird counter points is going to be good, but the brown power, yeah, laying lots of eggs throughout this game, it's going to do some great work there. So, yeah, it looks like a good chunk of food for my opponent. Some nectar, I'd imagine. We're going to see birds going down, but not quite yet. Okay, that maybe is the kind of bird I would have also looked for by a weaver. And the white wagtail. So, yeah, not time for my opponent to get the wagtail down and use it this round, which is reassuring. But that is still going to potentially be a really, really strong one to, yeah, make use of as the game plays out, as will by a weaver. So, yeah, some good birds coming up there. And I would be expecting to see both of those grabbed, and indeed they are. But I think in that case, I'll just crack on. And yeah, it's got to be house finch here, I think. Prioritize that. And as I say, use that for some very, very nice card cycling in this grasslands. And then Rook, I think that can probably go down next round. I think, yeah, for now I'll just lay eggs this turn. I might have to lay eggs next turn as well, just to get the eggs to play the Rook. But also there might be something good in the tray that I want to pick up, and then I can look at getting this down and, you know, just building out this grasslands as quickly as I can, getting the good brown powers in. I'm going to get more eggs. I'm going to get more points. That's going to be key, and it's going to help for that next end of round goal as well. So that is always nice. Okay, Chopper Finch into Bobolink. That is a fun double play for some eggs early on, so very, very nice. But we've got our own way of getting eggs, and it's in this grassland, so yeah, time to do, yeah, some laying of the eggs and some tucking in, some drawing, see what we get. Okay, Ringbill Girl, don't think I will be playing you. Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, I may be playing you. That's a pretty good one. A nice big point play up in the forest. I was kind of looking at this Downy Woodpecker as maybe a double play option. Do I want to go for that? I think I'm probably going to leave it. Okay, glad I did, because we'll just get all the big point birds. And actually, that's going to hit bird counter as well, so very, very nice option in the Hornbill. Almost bought for choice here, so yeah, going to have some difficult decisions to make maybe as we come into round 2. And okay, yeah, some more good birds in the tray. I mean, Willy Wagtail, that could be very, very fun. And maybe one my opponent would want. So I think I do have to go and block that. But now I want to make sure I end this turn with 2 eggs because I want to play the Rook. So let me think about how that's going to play out. I think probably I'm definitely going to have to be discarding some stuff here. I think this Ringbill Gull is going to go. And I think probably the Horned Owl, that's going to be the House Finch Tuck. And then maybe I'm going to skip the Prinia. I think that's going to be the way here. So let's get our eggs down. Let's do the tuck. And yeah, we'll go off the top first of all. Okay. Issa Phoebe. More food maybe in this grasslands. Yeah, I think I'm just going to block this Wagtail. I don't really want another good forest bird up there, especially with Bioweaver, which can always turn those extra cards into points, but also the white Wagtail, which just means you're going to want to use all the actions anyway. So yeah, can't really let you have that. And I say we're going to skip the Prinia here, and we're going to be playing this Rook. So yeah, that's going to be a nice bird to get down in this grasslands. And then, as I say, all these good forest birds. I mean, don't even know where to start there. Maybe Hornbill is the priority. I mean, it's not a brown pair I'm going to use, but it's an 11-point bird. I feel like you can't say no to that. But I do need to think about how I'm going to afford some of these expensive birds with my slightly weaker food generation. So maybe Phoebe goes in somewhere. Maybe I just hope that I can find a crow or something like that that's going to get me a bit more food. Or maybe I just play these forest birds and take food every so often. That might be the way as well. So Rook, time for you to go in. And yeah, lots of low point birds here, but this kind of slower, in a way, start with these lower point birds is going to just really accelerate. We're already scoring well on the bonus card. And yeah, getting the engine set up really, really quickly here is going to be important. So taking food, skipping the frog bath. I think that happened last round as well. So interesting mind games going on here. Maybe don't want to give me the opportunity of free food, which I can understand. But what I am definitely going to be doing here is laying eggs. And yeah, using this Rook. So we're going to do a tuck to get another tuck. I think this Phoebe does go. I don't think really that's what I'm going to play. More big point bird options coming up. What else can we get off the deck? We're going to get another big point bird counter bird in the Blythe Hornbill. So yeah, we're going to need some berries from somewhere. That might be sort of the next problem for me to try and solve in this game. But wow. Yeah, we're just getting all the big point birds here. To go up in this forest. This is going to be a great option later on, I think, this Hornbill. So yeah, definitely nice to have both Hornbills with the bird counter as well. So there goes Bioweaver, maybe not surprisingly, down in the wetlands. So my opponent, no doubt, will be doing some digging, I think, here using that. So good for them. But meanwhile, I will be laying eggs. And yeah, I suppose I don't actually discard because one of these has got to go under the Rook. One of these has got to go under the House Finch. And I will like all the others. So I want to be keeping those. So yeah, let's go ahead and do our tuck. Our tuck again. Okay, another nice big point option. What is this Killdeer going to get for us? Okay, maybe nothing too good. I mean, to be honest, that Vertida Flycatcher, that, if I want to play something in the forest as a way of getting a bit more food, I do need berries. That could well be, yeah, something to explore. But okay, yeah, we'll see. To be honest, even this Tragopad, I mean, if I'm going to use the forest sparingly, if I want to be getting, some extra points, whilst doing that, and I can obviously use the Killdeer and the Perinia even to clear the eggs off there pretty quickly. Yeah, that could be something to explore, but again, every card over here, pretty sure it's going to be a point with the Bioweaver, so yeah, maybe not quite the amazing power it could be, but yeah, I honestly think this Flycatcher could be quite decent. Do see myself probably having to take, yeah, the occasional food, just because of all of these good birds. You know, I'm not going to be forcing down Blythe's Hornbill with 6 worms at the end of this game. I mean, maybe I will, but I think there are certainly better ways of playing it than that. And we're going to need nectar as well. Look, we're going to need to at least qualify. I'm not expecting nectar points here. It's not really that kind of game, especially up against, yeah, what is looking likely to be a teal-powered game with the Wagtail over here. I think that is going to go down, so that normally means lots of nectar getting spent. Yeah, I think my points can be elsewhere with this bonus card, with this nice Grasses engine. And that's hopefully going to make up for what will probably be, yeah, a bit of a lacking score in the nectar department. So we'll keep on laying eggs here. And yeah, keep on doing these tucks. I mean, this Rook, it's 2 points every time for each of these cards, which is excellent. So I think this Tragopan can go. I think I want to keep this Flycatcher, so probably the Sea Eagle. I think you've got to go as well. Honestly, this Robin is kind of tempting. It's a nice cheap forest play that maybe is going to get me some extra worms. But I feel like it's just so easy to block, so we're going to leave it for now. Okay, now Hermit Thrush. Again, just all these birds eating berries. I really need some berries from somewhere if this is going to work out. Miner's come up now. Now Major Mitchell's Cockatoo. Okay, that may help out quite a lot here. If I am, yeah, going to stick in this Grasslands and keep doing some tucking. I mean, giving away food over here, not ideal, but man, that would be such a good play in this situation. Again, with the bird counter. And got to say, Miner, kind of glad that I picked that up. I don't expect to see a good brown power in the Grasslands going down here, but maybe it will. But yeah, if my opponent got hold of this, you know, copying all of these strong brown powers in my Grasslands would have been a little bit too much. So at the very least, I can make sure that's safely stashed away under one of my own tucking birds. So yeah, you're taking food. Still skipping this Frogmouth, which I got to be honest, I think that's probably the smart defensive play, but it is going to hurt my opponent here. Really, really struggling for food. Lots of birds to play. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But okay, do we go with the Cockatoo? I have a feeling like I do, but I'm also wondering if I try and keep this rat, just because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to play this later as a big point play. I would save me a food. But at the same time, if I get this in now, I'm going to be getting an extra egg and an extra tuck. But I've really got to think carefully, because if I'm tucking on the Cockatoo and tucking on the Rook, I'm sort of net 0 on my card gain. But I've already got some good options in. Maybe that's okay. And maybe with the Rook as well, I've got this option of caching. So, you know, if I am just left with a bunch of worms or a bunch of seeds, maybe I can switch up. So I think I'm going to commit. I think I'm going to play this Cockatoo. I don't really play this often. I think this is quite aggressive up against my opponent here who does need the food, but I need the food as well. I've got point bombs to play. And the only way I'm going to play them is with a bit more food. So in you go, Cockatoo. And yeah, this engine just got a significant upgrade here. So let's think about how many points I'm scoring. I mean, 4 eggs. I'm getting 1 tuck off the Cockatoo. 2 off the Rook, if I'm using that with the card. And obviously 1 off the Housefinch. Lose 2 eggs at the end of that Grasses, but it's still 6 points each time. I'm getting 2 food. I'm getting card cycle. But yeah, the food is going to be key, I think, for playing these big point birds I've got. So Common Ravens go down, and in the wetlands. So wow, I mean, okay, in a way, I'm very glad that didn't go to the Grasslands, because I'd be regretting not being able to play this Miner and copy that. But that is such a play. That's a power move right there. Wetlands Ravens. So yeah, fun combo there with the Kelp Goal. See how that plays out. But I feel less bad now about giving away the free food with that in place. So yeah, let's use this strong Grasslands that we've spent time and energy setting up. And I think given that we've now got our food generation sorted, I don't really think flycatcher is going to be, yeah, super valuable here. So I think you can go. I think the hermit thrush as well. I think you're going to go. So let's see what we got off the top. Okay, house wren. That's a pretty good one here. When we got hornbill and we need a cavity nesting bird with lots of egg space, that's exactly the ticket. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'll definitely have to play that. Easter Pure League would have been nice. Large Bill Crow would have also been nice next to the Rook. That would have been a fun combo. Maybe we would have run out of cards there, but yeah, we're somehow drawing all of the good bird counter birds in this game and just not having space for them. And yeah, let alone this Easter Pure Legal, which again, in most situations when you go with Killdeer and you've got all like these extra cards, that's exactly the bird you want, but not so much anymore. At the very least, again, it's going to be safely stashed away, tucked under one of my own birds. But okay, you're drawing cards. And I've got to say, some good stuff coming up. I mean, Canada Goose, that could definitely be a power move next to Raven now in this wetlands. But it does seem like my opponent isn't going for the whitetail, so that is definitely a bold decision, I think, not going for the teal power. We will see how that plays out. Trying to fight fire with fire here, maybe with the Raven up against this, yeah, slightly bonkers grasslands we've got going. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But man, I'm definitely gonna have some headaches, I think, in this game, trying to work out what to prioritize, what to play. But I think in the short term, I can just keep laying eggs and not really worry too much about it. I mean, I say this grasslands, we know we're scoring 6 points each time. It's a pretty solid engine. And just let that tick over. We're not going to worry about egg space at all. You know, just slowly gather the food. And with this no goal, we have got extra turns as well to benefit from that. And then, yeah, once the food is there, maybe I am going to be playing this with 6 worms after all. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's get some eggs in. Let's keep on going. And yeah, I think in this case, so large bill crow, honestly, that would be a pretty good play with bird counter. I think I'm going to sacrifice that. And I think I'm going to switch to caching here because I want to keep this house wren, and so the eagle is going to get tucked under here. So we'll go with that. And yeah, see what else we can find off the top. And honestly, I don't mind drawing some duds here. I do need, let's say, a bit of tucking fodder for these other brown pals. But yeah, we're looking really good. I mean, we're going to be over 50 points here through the end of round 2. And just all these massive point birds. I don't even know if I'm going to have room for the magpie, but that would certainly be nice at some point. But certainly, yeah, double hornbill, I think, is going to be the goal for the next round. Especially with that end of round goal where I think I can target that. But we're going to need some wetland birds as well, because filled columns, that could be one where maybe we can at least, I mean, we've got to qualify. We've got to get a wetland bird in and qualify. But maybe could make a push. Especially, yeah, if my opponent's not gone for the teal power and isn't going to be playing all those extra birds. But we do get the easy win. End of round goal 2. And we come into the next round and, okay, that is the kind of wetland bird that I'd be looking for in the trumpeter swan. Unfortunately, I think it's probably not going to still be there. I would imagine my opponent would pick that up. But yeah, it's those kind of birds, basically birds that are going to eat worms and seeds, because that's all I'm generating here. That's what I have to spend. So yeah, any birds that can eat as many of those as possible, so I'm not having to overpay, would definitely be ideal. So yeah, not going to get that, unfortunately, but never mind. We'll just keep on going, keep on laying eggs here. And yeah, I think we'll tuck this time because I'm pretty sure I can safely ditch these birds. Maybe I want to block this little bustard. I think that could be quite a good play here for my opponent, so we'll not let them have that. Honestly, welcome swallow, that could be another interesting option later as well, again for the bird counter, but I need some wetland birds in, so we'll leave it for now. And yeah, keep on picking up some food. So as I say, probably first order of business, I think, is going to be house wren into hornbill. And then maybe this round I just try and fill up on these egg spaces as much as possible, particularly on the house wren. Try and get the eggs down there. It's Canada Goose in the wetlands, so yeah, that's going to be a fun situation to unfold. But yeah, then in the final round, I can obviously clear all those eggs away with the other hornbill place. I think that's going to be my approach here. So we'll keep on laying eggs. I will keep using this cockatoo. Now, obviously, every seed over here is kind of 2 points with the goose, but I think with the raven in play, I just think my opponent can get seeds anyway. So maybe it's 2 points, or maybe it's half a point because I'd only be saving them an egg somewhere down the line. So I think it's still worth it for me. I need this food to play big point birds, so I don't feel too bad about going ahead with that. So yeah, we'll keep on tucking. This rook is going to have so many tucks on it by the end of the game. I'm enjoying that. Honestly, Sandpiper, that might be a good play. Nice and cheap with one worm in the wetlands. So yeah, may look at keeping that. Or we could just play a puffin, a very expensive one at that. Or we could play a mandarin duck, because again, another bird counter bird. So we're just getting so many options here. I don't think I've ever had quite so many good bird counter birds all in one game here. We could definitely be on for a big score there. So yeah, I mean, again, that's another one with a big egg space capacity on the cavity nest. So yeah, could even just double play that in the forest now. But I do think that's going to be good in the wetlands, as I say, with the filled columns. But yeah, puffin as well and Sandpiper. It's too many options. Too many options. Wingspan. I kind of wish my card draw hadn't been this good, so I was going to have a bit of an easier time. But yeah, this is kind of first world problems over here. And yeah, opponent is now using this a very, very strong wetland. So this is kind of close to rivaling my grasslands in terms of the card cycle and the point generation. Maybe less so on the food front, but could well be seeing some big point birds coming in soon. So all right, do we just do the forest double play now? I think because we've still got turns, I think I just keep on going because I might get something cheaper. I might get something that I want to play that is not necessarily going to use all my food in this sense. But yeah, now we've got to really think because this cockatoo does need using. Now, when it comes to Sandpiper versus Mandarin Duck, I think I prefer the Mandarin Duck because it is going to be... the bird counter brings it in line with the extra 2 points. And actually, if I do play it this round, I get an extra card, which is a tuck, and I get an extra tuck, both this round and next round. So that works out nicely. I think that means, yeah, Sandpiper goes. I think we got a cash here because I now have another difficult decision to make. Oh, am I going to have to get rid of the puffin? That would be such a sad move. I think I might have to get rid of this magpie, to be honest. I don't see a world where that is going to be as good a play as anything else. And it's wild to say that because it's 9 points. But, you know, these two forest plays are better. And this play in the wetlands would be better, especially with that last end of round goal. So I think it's got to go. I think I can't afford to be skipping tucks here. I need this card cycle. So sorry, Magpie, you are going to go. And hopefully I won't come to regret that later. But there we go. Some slightly weaker birds coming through, which, yeah, is definitely more what I had in mind. But the points are coming through strongly here. And yeah, with 4 turns left, I think I can go one more turn because once I double play, I'm going to have 7 egg spaces, but I can fill those up in 2 turns because I'm laying 4 eggs. And with the Kilder and Prinnu activations, I can just clear off from all these eggs I've already got in the grassland. So I don't need to worry so much about that. And I mean, 7 is definitely going to be enough. I don't see any scenario where my opponent is able to get, you know, more egg space available and then lay the eggs on them in the forest. So I think I'm going to be okay. And yeah, going to get some nice points coming through. This is going to be a huge play. It's going to be very expensive. We're going to be using up a lot of food here. But I think it's going to be worth it. And then, yeah, last round. Oh, I've got to think about this Mandarin Duck as well. I mean, maybe do I still play that? Do I still play that? That's the question, because it's going to be let's think about this. It's going to be 5 points with the bird counter. See what my opponent's done first. Okay, yeah, still drawing. It's going to be 5 points with bird counter. I'm going to get those 2 guaranteed extra tucks, plus another in my hand, which is a tuck. So it's going to be at least 8 points there. I feel like I've got to do that for, you know, I've got the food for it. I think that's a pretty clear place. So maybe I do actually do this double play in the forest now, so that I have got time to lay eggs on it twice if I need to. And I think that's the right food to pay, because that will keep me with, yeah, a worm and a seed, which I can use here if needed. But yeah, I think the issue is going to be is if playing this means I don't get to play Puffin, it's going to be really sad. But this is just so much cheaper, and I think if it comes down to, you know, every worm that I have to use for this Puffin, let's not forget, is a point with this Prinia. So if this Puffin, if I'd have to spend 6 worms to play this, it's basically only a 2-point bird suddenly instead of 8, and that is, you know, not looking so good. So that's something worth thinking about, worth considering. And yeah, that may affect my decision there. But I think, I mean, yeah, Blind Hornbill, that's non-negotiable. That's a no-brainer. That's going in. I think this Mandarin Duck, I think I do play that as well. And then it's just going to depend on the end of round goal, I think, more than anything for that last round. Is my opponent going to get to 3 columns? If they're only going to get to 2, I think it's worth tying. But yeah, that may be a bridge that I have to cross when we come to it. And back onto our turn here. And maybe not surprisingly, yeah, opponent's still digging, so using this wetlands engine. But definitely picking up some nectar, so I think we will see, yeah, maybe a bird is going to go down in the forest and then some eggs are going to be laid on it. We'll have to see on that, but we've got some eggs to lay ourselves, filling up, yeah, on this house wren, so that's going to be really, really good for us. And yeah, otherwise we just keep on tucking, keep on getting all these points coming on through. So, okay, Black Swan. That, honestly, that could be better than the Puffin. It fulfills my eats worms and seeds criteria. And yeah, between the Hornbills, obviously the Swan itself, we will have quite a few birds that can score points there. So that is definitely going to be worth keeping hold of if I can. We'll see what else we get off the top. Okay. Not quite such interesting options there, but again, I do need stuff to tuck. So yeah, that's going to be tough. That is going to be a very tough call. As I say, if this Puffin, because it's basically 3 food more than this Swan, and because the Swan is already going to get 3 more points, it suddenly means I'm going to have to get a really good bonus card off this to even make it, you know, comparable to the Swan. So we'll have to see on that. We're also going to see on this Philippine Eagle. That's a very fun play. Maybe going to get some bonus cards through for my opponent. So got to watch out there. We've got to lay some eggs though in the meantime. So let's do that. And yeah, Maganza, you can go. Oh, do I go Puffin or do I go Swan? I think I've got to tuck the Puffin here. I think this is maybe going to be my second controversial tuck of the game after the Magpie, but I think it's got to go. I mean, first of all, definitely this Fairy Wren. I don't think there is room for you here. But yeah, I think Puffin's got to go. I'm really sorry. Bye-bye. You're gone. We're going to focus on other options here. And yeah, I think for now, I mean, I think I do still need this Prinia worm. I'm going to need it for the Hornbill later, so for now at least we'll use them. But yeah, we'll have to do some counting, because if this Swan needs 3 food and if this Hornbill needs 6 food, that means we're going to need quite a lot more in this final round. I'm hoping we've got enough turns to do all of this. Yeah, we'll assess the situation. I think this no goal is helping out with an extra cube each round. So yeah, 1 turn left this round. I think Mandarin Duck is still going to be the play here. Yeah, indeed, opponent does legs. So let's get that in. Down in the wetlands here. And yeah, just going to help add to our point score here with Yeah, very, very nice bird count. Already 10 points. I mean, it's going to be more with the hornbill. And who knows, I mean, we're going to see 5 more cards on the deck here. This could be working out pretty nicely if we're going to get even more options. So let's have a look. What's it going to be? All right, no, it's all trash. That suits me just fine. I guess. I mean, I don't think it matters. I don't think any of these are really going to be, you know, good options to play for me. So we'll just keep on to tuck as well. And yeah, I mean, what do you want? Here you go. Have a mistletoe bird on me. You are welcome for that. But yeah, okay. So we've got. I mean, we have got the food for the swan. Let's say need 5 more food for the hornbill. On top of the 1 extra food we'll have. So I think we are going to be okay. I think we are going to be okay. Already over 100 points coming to this last round. How many more can we add? As this plays out, more good options in the tray. I mean, the cormorant could be good. We are going to have a few of those platform nests, but honestly, I think this black swan is still going to be the better play. That feels like, yeah, the better option for us. So we'll keep on going. We'll keep on tucking here. And yeah, I may block. I mean, is the cormorant good for you? You have got 3 platform nests, so maybe it is. Maybe I will pick it up here. I don't think the black duck is really going to do too much. And yeah, do still need these worms. So, okay. Yeah, we now got food for the hornbill. I think I will hold that off now. Maybe a double bird comes up or something like that. That just makes it a slightly better play. And yeah, there's no need to rush into it. I can keep my cards close to my chest here. And not let on that a really big play is incoming there. But yeah, maybe as well. Maybe we're going to get a nice double play in the wetlands for this filled columns end of round goal. So we'll just keep on laying eggs for now. Keep on scoring points. And yeah, it's going to be looking really good for us. So I think actually, I mean, maybe I'll keep hold of the cormorant. At least for now. Got another cockatoo coming through. Anything else good? Oh, spoonbill. Okay. I mean, spoonbill is, I guess, marginally better than what puffin would have been. Or is it the same? It's going to be the same, I think, because it's 2 food cheaper, but 2 fewer points, so it sort of cancels out. But yeah, that could be, yeah, in some worlds, an interesting play. I think if I had the food to play spoonbill and swan and hornbill, then I would. But I have got to think about nectar. And this is the thing. This has kind of been on my mind is, what if I took food? What if I took food just once here? How many points is that going to be worth for me? Because suddenly, you know, if that's going to get me some nectar points, I'm missing 2 habitats for now. So that's instantly 4 points. I don't think I'm really going to be getting a win or a tie in either case. But suddenly, you know, using a nectar up here and using a nectar down here, maybe that gives me more options, or maybe I could play something like this spoonbill as well. So let's think about that. If I did take food here, I mean, I'd be using the hornbill as well. I guess I get a tuck, but I'm probably giving one to my opponent as well there. Does that open up options? So 8 food in supply. I could get another 3 here if I took 2 nectars and a fish. So what is that going to look like? So they're going to have 11 food in supply. This would cost, well, we'd have a fish actually, so this would suddenly only cost 3. This would also cost 3, and I think this would cost 5 because we'd be able to pay 1 nectar and then 4 other food. 5 plus 3 plus 3 is 11, which is what we would be on. I think that might be worth it because it is going to let us play the spoonbill, which does also get an extra egg off the swan. It is going to help this end of round goal because I can't see my opponent getting to 4 birds. Maybe they do, but with the egg space, you know, availability, and just the lack of food as well, does feel unlikely. So, and we get an extra bonus card here as well. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So, yeah, given the 4 points, that I just get from nectar and allow me to play another bird. Let's go for it. Let's chance our arm, and maybe Puffin will forgive us for being tucked earlier. So 2 nectars and 1 fish. We are going to use this. And yeah, cockatoo. I suppose we'll tuck you on this hornbill. And yeah, we won't do the cash, but no berries over here, so my opponent won't either. And yeah, I mean, I suppose there is this cormorant as well if I want to play that instead of the spoonbill, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm going big, I'm going big, and I'm playing this spoonbill. And yeah, seeing what that bonus card can turn into here. But yeah, I think this is going to work out just about in order to get all these birds out, which is going to be nice. We're going to get some big points. And yeah, hopefully, I said nice bonus card. I mean, we've already got the best bonus card we could possibly have in this game right now. It's going to be tough to match that, but yeah, maybe there's a nice surprise waiting for us. So definitely going to be interested how my opponent plays this endgame, as I say, with, you know, this end of round goal. Should say the Philippine Eagle did miss last round, which is reassuring. But yeah, a lot of cards. So obviously not using the Bioweaver to its full potential each time. Maybe holding back some cards to play. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I don't expect they would have seen me taking food there or expected that to come. But that may give away the game plan here. That I am indeed, yeah, gonna get 3 birds down here and try and make a push for the end of round goal. And alright, here we go on to our next turn. Still digging though, and yeah, still got a few cards left over in hand, but I do feel like eggs. Seems like it's going to be the problem, but I don't know, 6 nectar in supply. There's definitely going to be some birds coming in here, but let's prioritize our own options here. And I think, I mean, I would like to save this hornbill for last. I think I'm going to play the spoonbill purely because, you know, maybe the bonus card matters. Maybe, you know, we need to think about eggs being in certain nest types or something like that. So yeah, just want to make sure I'm getting the right food. So yeah, 1 nectar, 1 fish, and I guess 1 worm here. And what can we get on this bonus card? Okay, site selection. Not the best. It's quite fortunate actually that we've got column 1. I mean, would data analyst be any better? No. So okay, well I guess we take that. We could have managed that slightly better if the black swan was down first for an extra point, but it's still 3 points. Yeah, that first column really carrying, so I guess we'll take that. So was that worth the play? Maybe. I think it is going to depend yeah, on the end of round goal, and if we can, yeah, squeeze out some extra points by hopefully winning that instead of tying, but potentially, yeah, tying instead of losing. We're still going to get a few extra points there. And of course, with the swan, as I say, picking up an extra point by being a large bird there. So not too bad. But yeah, still two very nice plays to come. This hornbill is going to be absolutely massive for us. So, okay, Sisticola into long spur now. That's the kind of play I was worried about. I have a feeling this might be a double play as well in the forest. We did see some double play birds come up earlier, but just, you know, as a result of all the digging my opponent's done, so maybe they will be able to do something there. But I think we still just crack on and do our best plays, kind of regardless here. So yeah, it is going to be Blythe's hornbill now going in. So we want to take 1 off here because we're going to be getting 1 back with the swan. Take all the eggs off the house wren and get 10 tucks there. So very, very nice. Yeah, that was just such a big play with bird counter as well. And yeah, I think playing this one is going to be worth it regardless. I mean, obviously after the egg cost, it's 5 points. We're going to get 4 eggs off the power at the end, so it's better than the grasslands. You know, even just laying eggs and skipping the killdeer and the Prinia, that is still only 8 points. So I think we'll still go with that. But yeah, I'm kind of worried now that we are going to see a double play in the forest. And that is going to really do some damage on this end of round goal. All right, here we go. On to our last turn. Drawing more birds. Okay. So 3 eggs in supply and 2 cards. I think we know what's coming there, unfortunately. But we'll still do our play. So yeah, Black Swan is going down. I think we are good on the eggs all around. So yeah, not going to matter where we take that from. But yeah, decent bonus card score. Decent big point birds going down late on here. And yeah, let's see what double play this is. I'm fully expecting it to be going down in the forest. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, big sigh of relief there. Just a prostitute warbler. So we do still get the extra end of round goal points. And yeah, we've still got this mandarin duck. So, all right, I'll keep the bush tit because it's a bird counterpart. I mean, I suppose we've got the ibis as well, but I prefer bush tit. I guess maybe we'll tuck the ibis and sure, you can have an American woodcock. Knock yourself out, and we'll see on this eagle. Yeah, is this going to get a hit? This could make a difference here if this is, you know, going to do something for my opponent. So I really hope it doesn't. But we will find out soon. So do get the tie on the end of round goal. That's nice after winning rounds 2 and 3. Did it get a hit? It didn't. Okay, good news. And even better news, we get our 4 eggs through from the Black Swan. So lovely stuff. And yeah, nectars absolutely nowhere, but just happy to pick up the points, happy to take part. Yeah, those late plays, picking up the ties, or the second places in the forest and the wetlands. So not much in terms of nectar, but we've got plenty of points elsewhere. We'll see what that's going to do in these final scores. So 48 apiece in terms of birds. We do pull ahead through the bonuses, and of course those end of round goals. And yeah, eggs as well. Plenty through the grasslands. But really, it was about the tucks. I mean, for both of us, obviously with the Bioweaver and the Goose, but that Rook did so much work for us. How many in the end? 58 tucks. We don't need nectar points here. We're still going to win. 160 is the final score up against 124. So, wow, what a game. What a Grasslands engine. I did not think Grasslands engines could still be that good this year in this game state with all the expansions in play on the Oceania boards. But yeah, that was just killer. That Rook, 22 tucks, 2 caches. Absolutely the starbird here. But those big point plays, let's say double Hornbill was nice. Spoonbill Black Swan late on. And yeah, bird count to 12 points. Absolutely massive. So we'll take a look over here at what my opponent had going on. Okay, Mechanical Engineer, pretty good for 8 points. Zoologist, always a tricky one when you're not going grasslands. But yeah, very nice Wetlands engine in the end. With just the Bioweaver, the Raven and the Goose. And some nice plays to support that elsewhere. So not a bad game, but we just had a better one in the grasslands. And yeah, 160 is definitely a big score to be getting. So nice win on the board, which is exactly what I needed here in this stage of the World Cup. So there we go. Super fun game. Hope you enjoyed watching that one. I definitely enjoyed playing it. If you'd like to see more from the World Cup, do make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you're following along. And I really look forward to seeing you in another video very, very soon.